hot wings, hot topics, and real estate. Host Ryan Spellerberg keeps it real with agents, investors, and insiders every month. No fluff, just good convo exploring the trends, challenges, and questions shaping today's market. Now, here's your host with over 20 years of lending experience, Ryan Spellerberg.
They're on fire. Ryan Spellerberg, the mortgage guy with Central Bank. We're doing our hot topics in real estate, and I've got a distinguished guest, Lance Ubben. Say it for me.
Lance Ubben.
Okay, I did say it right,
you
correct?
said it right.
Thanks for coming. It's just a simple conversation with real estate professionals here in Sioux Falls where we get to have some fun, ask questions, get to know Lance better, and eat progressively hotter and hotter wings. We're going to start really easy. We're going to do just Thai chili, basically just ice cream on your tongue. So
I like it.
you'll get after it. So are you a wing guy?
I am a wing guy. I like the honey barbecue.
That's a little sweeter.
Sweeter. I like sweet.
You have a normal wing place you go to?
Not really normal. I like trying new places. My wife's more gravitates towards one place, but I like new places.
Okay, Lance. For those of our fans that are watching that don't know you, give a little history about yourself.
I grew up in Trail City, Iowa, about 3.5 hours from here. Grew up without a dad. My mom remarried, 7 years ago. My dad lost in a deer hunting accident when I was like a year and a half. So that was a big trying to navigate, life without a father figure. But my mom was super awesome. Raised me. Eventually found my way out here in Sioux Falls.
You can tell by my face. I did not know that. I've never heard that
Okay,
story
yeah.
before. Holy cow.
Yeah. So was prevented from, obviously hunting. Give my mom some super. I did go hunting after, a couple actually years ago. I went kind of a special moment, just kind of that for my dad and
Yeah.
out there. I know. Fun.
How'd you get into real estate?
So I worked at Capital One customer service back in 2014, 2000. And really, God had been working on my heart of like what I was going to do next. I feel content where I was at, but I really enjoyed customer service side of Capital One. Great company to work for too. And then they announced their closure back in 2000. I just had bought a home 2 months prior, so great timing there. And my realtor had reached out to me and said, "Hey, I'm sorry to hear about your job going away, but have you ever thought about getting into real estate? I think you're good." So I just prayed about it and felt like God was leading me in that direction. I had planned on starting a business or kind of working through that a little bit. I had a super cheesy lawn care business idea, and glad that didn't come to fruition. But
Who would be in real estate and then start a lawn care company? Who would do that?
I have to start somewhere, right?
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, that's kind of how I transitioned. And Capital One, super great at as far as bringing in people to help us figure out what we're gonna do here. And we had about 6 months from the time they announced, the time that transitioned. So gave us plenty of time. They actually paid for my schooling too, which was great. That's pretty unheard of to have things lined up. Ironically, my first day, my last day of school was my last day at Capital.
Timing is perfect. Cool. Well, we're glad you're in real estate, but
Yes, I am too.
all right. So let's get into number 2. This should just be Buffalo. So very simple, very easy.
Oh,
I want to hear you really chomping on it.
okay. The next one here.
Yep. Just regular Buffalo. You answer a lot. Lance said he's not a spicy guy, so should be fun. That one's pretty
It'll be a
easy.
challenge. I'm always up for a challenge.
This one's pretty easy. Okay, so some people don't know, but you run a team, Illuminate Real Estate.
Mhm.
So let's say you were hiring for one agent. You only had room for one agent, and Brett Favre calls you. And while you're talking to Brett Favre, who wants to be an agent on your team, who calls? Aaron Rodgers. They both want to be agents on your team. Who do you hire and why?
I would say Brett Favre. Gotta like the gunslinger attitude that he had with football, obviously, but you want to be around people that, kind of fit who you are. I would say he's a little bit more laid back, going, and that kind of fits my personality. So I would probably tend to pick him. Now, Aaron Rodgers is obviously a great person, and that's a tough choice because you can tell he puts everything into what he does, and so I do like that about him. I would say the leadership style and his personality
Or
doesn't
lack
quite
thereof.
fit who I am, but that would be an interesting fit on the team.
I think the Bears would rather have Brett Favre doing any quarterbacking than Aaron Rodgers, but that's just me.
Exactly.
All right, let's get after number 3. Number 3 is spicy buffalo, I think.
Yep.
Well, similar taste, but maybe just a little bit more heat to it. As long as we got these in the right order this time.
Not bad.
I think it builds a little bit. This one a little bit less than the next one.
Yep.
The next one you'll know is coming, especially if you're not a heat person. So, in real estate, there's always a reason to wait. I hear it all the time. I'm going to wait for this reason or that. Elections, market conditions, tariffs, we're waiting for the market to crash. Like, what does a conversation sound like today with you and your buyers who are scared to make that move?
Yeah, it just comes to education of really diving in, asking them questions back of like, well, why are you driven to purchase right now? Like, what is your main to get out of an apartment living? Is it to build equity? Is it to build your financial wealth outlook for the future? A lot of different people have different reasons on why they want to purchase. So I would just kind of guide them in that process with, hey, if this is a great time where you have a nice stable job, you have some financials built up, and you're in a position to where you plan on staying in Sioux Falls for a while. It's really you never really want to time the market, right? So the market can always go down or up, and we don't have control of that. We can only go off of predictions or things like that. But if somebody purchases in any point of time and it fits for them to purchase, then a lot of the times they're not going to regret that decision. They're ready and prepared, able to purchase.
Yeah, I think that's why people like working with you, Lance. When I've talked to you in the past, most of your referrals come from past clients, and that's just because you don't push people into buying when they're not ready or just to make a commission. I think that's super important with the agents you work with. You got to feel comfortable working with that person and know it's not just a sale.
And it makes my job easy too, because yes, we're labeled as a salesperson, but when somebody approaches me and says, hey, I want to buy a house, there's that educational piece of just making sure they know they're ready for that, but I don't have to force anything. They've already decided, hey, yeah, we want to buy a house, we're going to do it, and we want you to come with us.
Mm-hmm. It's awesome.
Yep.
Okay, we're going to hop into number 4. That's mango habanero.
Okay.
And while you're thinking about that, Lance just went to the NFL draft where he saw the Bears pick the top tight end in the draft. Any thoughts on that?
I didn't really follow what the Bears did, but I know the Packers had a really great draft.
I don't know. Who'd you guys pick in the first round?
So there was a top receiver that fell to us. Matthew Golden is his name. And I didn't really watch much college football either. So I had to do a little research. But according to my brother, which is also a really good, big Packer fan, apparently he's a Tyreek Hill 2.0.
Got it. So he'll jump around quite a bit.
He's
Perfect.
speedy. Yeah.
Leave you guys right after the first
A little small,
contract.
but
Got it. Okay, so you might not know it, but Lance is quite the athlete. I think you've transitioned from football now to pickleball. So is your plan to just leave real estate eventually and play pickleball professionally?
That would be a great goal someday. Kind of leaving that open, and as a natural athlete, you can kind of choose what you want to do with anything. Um, but yeah, not necessarily want to go pro or anything. I just really enjoy the sport. Um, Man, if I really had more guidance or more natural gifts in that realm, being an NFL player, obviously, I'm beyond my prime there. So,
Got it. Have you sold a house with a pickleball court yet?
I have not yet, but that is on my to-do list
Could be
there.
your 12-month goal for sure.
Yeah, yep. I would love to have a pickleball court in my backyard as well, someday. Hopefully my kids follow suit and get into it a little bit, but kind of letting them kind of guide their own decisions with what they want to do.
Teach them young, Lance.
Yeah.
Give them your skill. Hey, I know you're not a heat guy. These last
Yeah.
two have a little bite to them.
I'm gonna say I'm surprised that I'm hanging in there. That wasn't too bad.
Nope.
Yeah.
Like I said,
Yep.
next two, this one is atomic.
Okay.
Hop in here. This one was a little bit more of a slow burn. Oh, come on here.
Start to feel my lips kind of getting hot here.
Going for the milk early. Love it.
I might as well. I mean, there's only one left, right?
That's why it's there. So, what's the funniest story you have from your, 9-year career in real estate now? Is there something that, oh boy, sticks in the back of your mind, really, that you just think of all the time?
I was kind of thinking through this. I thought maybe this would be a question that would come up, but funniest thing, I would say the one thing that does come to mind was I put in a 15-hour shift. I think I put like two deals under contract that day and whatnot. And there's a realtor. He's no longer in the business, but I think he retired, but so he's a little bit older than I was, and we just put a deal together, and so we were texting throughout the night and whatnot, and it was super late. I was super tired, and I thought I was texting my wife,
Oh god.
"Hey, honey,
Oh boy.
love you. I'm on my way home," and it sent to him by accident, and he just got a kick out of it. It was just a funny moment that that just kind of made us both chuckle.
That could have
after
been
a little
much
bit.
worse.
It could
have
have
been
worse.
much
There's
worse.
maybe some more X-rated ones than that's accidentally happened. Not on my end, but
that you've heard of, for sure.
but that I've heard of.
Got it.
Yeah.
Well, that's not too
So
bad.
we won't go into those details, though.
All right, you ready to go after the last one?
Let's do it.
Okay, the last one is nuclear. And again,
Nuclear, huh?
thanks to our sponsors, Atomic Wings. They've been fantastic. And this one you got to clean up pretty well. That's kind of the goal. Is
Okay,
to
is that
get
the
after it a
challenge?
little bit.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, small bite, Ryan.
I'm not done. There is a bone in the middle, Did you? That's kind of weak sauce.
Oh, big bite. Wow,
Mine is covered.
that is a hot one. That's like not a slow burn. That's like an instant.
Yep. That jumps up and bites you. And I am covered in it. It's
Wow.
all over my face.
Without.
Okay.
Wow.
Yep. Just keeps coming. Doesn't get easier. But I know,
Finish that though.
Lance, I know faith plays a big role in your life. How does that come through in real estate?
Yeah, it's something again, kind of like, oh, it's going to be a tough one to answer.
Yeah. It's an aggressively slow burn.
I'm going to take a few drinks first. Wow.
The water doesn't help.
I cry. It's not because I'm getting emotional here, but
I really enjoy
you'll
working
never
with you
know.
too. Yeah. Sometimes I just tear up.
Face made a huge impact with just what I do because, I just felt led. Well, that's what I was called to do, and so I jumped in. Whew.
Mm-hmm.
But that's it's kind of like buyers, right? Where I don't pressure buyers. So if they want to buy, they want to buy. And the same thing with my faith is like I'm willing and able to share my faith and um stand by what I believe in, that coincides with my business. But ultimately, just like I don't push buying or selling anyone, I don't push my faith on anyone. I just show them who I am and live by that example.
That's
Wow.
not getting better.
No,
You
it's
think it'd go
not.
away pretty quick, but
Yeah,
it doesn't.
yeah. It's just. Did you finish?
I'm good.
You're good.
I'm good. Yep.
Man, I guess Packers prevail again. I'm gonna take another bite just to outdo you.
Okay, that's it. Where'd it go? I might be crying here.
Fun, right?
Oh, it's on the side of my face.
It's great.
It's gonna burn.
They actually sell those.
Yeah, there's no sign off. You don't have to sign a waiver or anything.
Whew.
I don't know why you went back in. That was idiotic.
Well, when you're
Ooh.
in the midst of it, you might as well just go for it, right?
Okay. Why I wore a polo today. I
Kind of take
sweat
it as
through
a
this.
challenge. I figured, yeah, I'm gonna do this, even though I'm not a big spice fan.
You got after it. What do you want everybody to know? What's coming up for Lance?
Yeah. Man, we have a lot of great things coming. We really like to give back to our clients and stuff. So we're doing a Mother's Day event. We're really looking forward to. We're really into giving, giving as well. So we're doing a season pass for 4 to Wildwater West as well. We're giving out. So looking forward to two of those. Just giving back type of things. That's really what allows me to just really enjoy what I do. Being able to see people have fun at our events or win something or get something they normally purchase. That's kind of what we're looking forward to, and
Awesome.
looking forward to the summer. Kids are involved in all sorts of things. So I have 4 kids under 7, and we're getting into t-ball, soccer, dance, maybe some professional wing eating.
I don't know if you want to get into that. Well, that's it for Hot Topics in Real Estate. Thanks again for our sponsors. I can't even remember. Atomic Wings. Sorry. At this point, you kind of lose what you're thinking about. And then Lance Ubben, thanks again for coming today.
Thank you.
We appreciate
it. Feeling in my mouth.
I know.
But
Thanks.
appreciate that.
Thanks.